I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Royal London Theatre here in London, England for tonight's main event. 12 rounds among heavyweights between these two great warriors.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lewis. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, the Hitman.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do as round one is underway.
You know, just because you look the role doesn't mean you can play the role. And in a matchup like this, we know one guy has a lot of strength. You can just see the muscularity. One guy doesn't. But this sport has taught us time and time again, sometimes that doesn't matter at all.
Like the great Sugar Ray Robinson, a lot of people think the greatest fighter of all time, pound for pound. He used to say that boxing is like geometry. It's about angles, keeping somebody off balance. Not who's stronger, but who can use those assets, or who can keep the other guy from using them.
And now another left. He scored well after being hit himself. I like that two-punch combo by Lewis. Wow! Denies his opponent and then goes right downstairs against him. And there he counters back against his opponent. The Hitman's got some swelling that's now starting to show. Halfway through this round. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths, that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves, that these guys have more of an abundance of security about themselves, about confidence. And really, it's the opposite. In some ways, these big giants, they're really unsure of themselves because they know they can do damage. They're also worried about damage being done to them.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Nothing there on the punch by Lewis. If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot so much that now you're throwing one punch at a time. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body. And maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great D'Amato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, you know, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with D'Amato, and I learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part. To understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything, because you have to understand how a fighter's feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
Well, we're watching Леннокс Lewis here tonight, but Teddy, you know, a lot of American fight fans, sometimes they turn the other way with Леннокс Lewis. They never really got behind him because they don't like the way he
act as a heavyweight champion?
Well, Americans want you to wear your heart out on your sleeve to a certain point. They like emotion. They love emotion. And Lewis doesn't show that kind of passion. He's very contained, very cerebral, but he knows how to get results where it counts, in the ring.
Nice block by the hitman. Well-targeted counterpunch by Lewis. Lennox Lewis is doing a very nice job here. I like how he's able to land some shots at longer range. It keeps him away from his opponent's power, but yet allows him to control things.
Well, first of all, he understands how to do those things. He's been trained in the gym. But he also recognizes what his opponent can't do. He understands that he has an opportunity to fight this kind of fight because he's got a slow-footed, cement-footed guy in front of him.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. And what a clever combination by Lewis. Lewis is doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Well-placed counter-punch by the hitman.
Keep working the jab.
Obviously, so many career highlights in the career of Lennox Lewis as we watch him in action here tonight. But one of the things he's most proud of is that he was able to face and beat all the heavyweights of his generation, including getting Mike Tyson at the end of Mike Tyson being Mike Tyson.
You know, you use the word proud, and I think that that's so important here. We look at the right hand of Lennox. We look at the size of Lennox, but the pride, that legacy you talked about, he brings that into the ring. That makes him strong.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Oh, and he comes in again, landing well. How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
Good block by Lennox. Able to cover up that gut. Able to get rid of that one. Straight right was lined up, but he missed. 10 seconds to go in this third round. Good job with another left hand. This round comes to an end here. Joe Tessitore sitting ringside as always with Teddy Atlas. Love coming to this fight venue. We always have a great time when we come to town, with the exception of having to pay the bill for our entire crew on the night before when they take us out to a steak dinner.
Yeah, you know, they remind me of fighters a little bit. You know, the fighters that we see that have every once in a while, very short arms. You know, these guys.
They don't have the reach.
No,
they can't reach for the wallet.
No, they don't. And I tell you, they would be great on the inside. Really great. I wish I could put them on the inside in the kitchen where I didn't have to take care of them at the table. But great guys.
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Lewis. He is very much being tested here, even though he's likely up on the scorecards. He's getting a real test here.
Yeah, Joe, a test that will serve him in the future. If he goes on to win this fight, which I think he will, he's going to take what he learned here today, what he gained here today, and it's going to serve him as he moves forward in his career.
Teddy, early on in the career of Lennox Lewis, a lot of the British fans actually didn't gravitate towards him because he was one of these nomadic kind of fighters. You know, Jamaican, lived in Britain, but won a gold for Canada.
Yeah, but the most important part of that geography is his own. He had his own identity. He knew where he stood. He knew where his confidence came from. He knew what his style was.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. That's a forceful two-punch combo by Lewis. Super two-punch combo by Lewis. Wow, is he defensively sound. Not precise at all by Lewis. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Well, this is exactly where Lennox Lewis wants to be, just doing a really nice job on the outside. Boy, he's really working well on the outside, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing a great job of disciplining himself. You know, we talk about power, we talk about speed, we talk about all those virtues, but just controlling himself and making sure he controls the distance, a distance that's got him winning the fight.
You can see there's blood on his cheek. Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by the hitman. We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Lands the counter.
Teddy, when he won the gold medal in the Seoul Olympics in '88, he toppled Riddick Bowe.
And it showed him right there in the amateurs what kind of level he could get to, what kind of fighters he could beat. And that confidence is serving him now.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Lewis. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. Able to show you his blocking ability. Right on the mark, double jab. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Great movement to get away from those punches. A nice block by the hitman. Good block by Lewis. The hitman's got to figure out now, Teddy, a way to properly defend himself with that swollen eye.
Yeah, he has to understand what side that he can't defend from, where the punches could come, and not give his opponent that side. Make sure that he moves to the certain kind of way in the ring where he keeps his opponent away from that bad eye, moves him towards the good eye, gives him the best shot.
Lewis is doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Lewis is putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter. And the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
He's committed to the combination punching now. It's working out well up top. The round here as we're ringside at our fight night venue. Of course, we're on the road with you every step of the way with a fine crew. We got to give credit to the crew there. Robbie and Rick back in the production truck doing a nice job, all cramped up in a tractor trailer.
Yeah, they do a great job. They allow us to go on the air and allow us to do the fun part while they're doing the grunt work. They're doing all the difficult things back there. Of course, Mike, Brian, all those guys. We appreciate you very much, and we're not taking you out to dinner tonight.
Combination to the head. That was a miss by Lewis.
Teddy, so much work in the gym goes into head movement and how to hit a moving target. Doesn't matter in this fight tonight.
No, this guy doesn't move his head. The old time would say he gets insulted if you miss him.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Oh, the Hitman's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
He's going around now, Teddy, like his legs are made out of wet noodles.
Yeah, and my mother was boiling the water because she used to make sure that that water boiled and boiled was never al dente. These legs are not al dente.
Lewis is doing a good job of just creating some space there, just pushing off. Oh! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Come on, guys, punch it out. Punch it out, no holding.
Not able to land the headshot. Lennox Lewis is in position right now to really bring home a good victory. He's up on the punch stats. He's up on your scorecard. This is his fight.
Yeah, we just hope that the judges, and you never know that. That's one thing that sometimes can really disappoint you in this business. You hope the judges see it that way.
Holy cow! Oh, that's gotta hurt. The Hitman's down. First man to go down so far tonight. The fight. The Lion's gonna be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that.
Your winner,
Lennox
Lennox Lewis.
Lewis is your winner by knockout victory.
I feel like I just came out of the movie theater, Joe, and I did not expect that ending.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying thanks for being with us.